Vice Chancellor, the CEO of Students' Loans Authority, honorable members present, the Reverend, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. First, let me take this opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor for physically being present at this occasion. I've visited quite a number of universities. We meet the school authorities at their board meetings. But this exceptional Vice Chancellor has taken time to be physically present. Thank you very much. I also take opportunity to thank the LSRC for organizing this program and also inviting me to speak on entrepreneurship. Today's work, I think, has been easy for me because the first speaker, the Reverend, when he delivered his address or speech, I asked myself, if we have this person on this campus, why then invite Agyapong? But I also thought that, look, variety is also important. Probably you wanted to hear and get new ideas also from me. But indeed, Reverend, thank you very much. You've tackled the topic very well. You know, when he was speaking, narrating his story about his humble beginnings, it reminded me of my humble beginning as well. A young boy, a village boy from Asedompim, sat the common entrance 3 times. Why 3 times? In the village, people were scared, or students were scared, even to choose the so-called famous schools. So the first common entrance, when I was in Form 2, I passed, and I was supposed to go to Dunkwa Onofe. My father was a teacher in Kumasi. When he heard Dunkwa Onofe, Honorable, forgive me, that's where he's from. My father said no. The second time, Form 3, I chose Asemanso. When I passed, he came back and said, no, you cannot go to Asemanso. I didn't understand. Then, when I was in Form 4, he came all the way from Kumasi to fill the common entrance forms. And there were 3 choices: first choice, second choice, third choice. And he wrote first choice at the Sado College, second choice at the Sado College, third choice at the Sado College. So, a village boy, I didn't understand why my father was insisting on the Sado College. So, I finally got admission to Adisado College. And when I went there, the first day, I took my trunk and chop box. I took a taxi from Cape Coast because that time from Asimfosu to Cape Coast today, because of the road, the nature of the road, it takes you about 45 minutes. That time, a champion's time, 45 minutes, that time was 4 hours. The road was so bad, it was so dusty. When I got to Agyapong College, and I was taking my trunk and chop box from the taxi, a senior saw me and called me, "Hey, come here." I went, then he asked me, "What is your name?" I said, "Kwame Agyapong." "Where are you from?" You know, I was fortunate not to have mentioned Asin Dompim. I said, "Asin Fosu." Why I'm fortunate is that even Asin Fosu, he didn't know where Asin Fosu was. So he asked me, "Where is Asin Fosu?" You know, I only had to give description. But when he saw my face, my hair, the black hair was brown because of the road. He looked at me and said, "Yes, you are what? Kwame Agyapong. A fumu, a fumu." In the class, you know, we had students from Radiant Way Association, Morning Star, all kinds of international schools in Accra and Kumasi. And that village boy, I was tall, so I was behind. Any new master who comes to the class will ask everybody to introduce himself. And when it gets to me, all these young guys will turn around when I mention my name, Kwame Agyapong, Efumu, Anu Blofu Cheme. They were teasing us, those of us from the rural areas. But with hard work, here we are today. So I see myself in reverence. And I got opportunity to come to Accra because fortunately my father and my mother divorced. I say fortunately, because if they had not divorced, I would have been at Asin Dompim till 8. But, you know, my mother came to Accra, married a new man, and I had the opportunity to come to Accra. And what my mother was doing was trading. She was trading just here. It's not too far from here, Okanshi. And what I normally do after school, I was in Form 3 when I came to Accra. I will select some of the items that my mother was selling in a box. And I can walk from Okanshi to Kokomlemle, Challenge Bookshop. That's where we live. I can walk from Okanshi to Bubuashi, hawking on the street. Yes, pick a chocolate, Nazet, yes, raw. Yes, pick a chocolate, Nazet, yes, raw. Those were the items on the board. So when I see my beautiful lady here, I will approach her, say, yes, pick it. I remember one night, we come home around 5 to eat, then we go back 6:30 because Kokomlemle, Adabraka, and Circle, there were so many hotels. And I remember one of them, Princeway Hotel. One night, we went to Princeway Hotel, and you know, those days, they had blue lights. Yeah, disco lights. And there was a lady, there was a guy chatting now, you know, some ladies, and we went there. Yes, pick a chocolate. So she got annoyed and reported to the owner. I stepped out, but my stepbrother was not fortunate. He's called Opong. Now he's a reverend minister. And they actually beat the hell out of him. Yeah, because, you know, on a money in jaw, you know, he's spoiling somebody's connection. So we went through all this. After Form 5, I went to Winneba Secondary School from Adisado College. And when I was in 6th form, I was selling Peugeot parts. I would go to Nigeria, bring Peugeot parts by road. We come all the way to Badagry to Lomi, Dawomi, then Lomi, Aflao, and Accra. And the spare parts dealers were around Adabraka here, behind Nigeria Airways. That's where I had my customers. And I'll go and do business. Until I went to Germany. In Germany, I was washing plates. I managed to go to America and started working at the bakery, Zaro Bakery. I graduated to get another job, gas station, the filling stations you have here. So I have 2 jobs, Zaro Bakery and a gaseteria, gas station. It continued. Then I bought my first taxi. I became a taxi driver. And within 7 months, I had 8 taxis. And people were driving for me. Because every day, those days, I was saving $100 a day. So 30 days, whether Monday to Sunday, no day, I don't break. I save $100 a day. $3,000 a month. Then I'll go to auction and buy a taxi, Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. And in America, if you are driving those days, if you are not careful, you'll be shot easily. So they normally put a bulletproof as a partition between the driver and the passenger. So I'll buy this from Camden Town in New Jersey and do the insurance, the partition. Then I'll give the car to a driver. A driver pays $40 a day. And 7 days, I don't want no stories. If you are coming to give me story, it means the car has broken down and it needs to be fixed. If you don't tell me this, no excuse, $280 a week. You know, so with 7 taxis, including mine, which was 8, I bought my first house for my mother at East Legon. At that time, I gave the money to Azuma Nelson and his manager, Mr. Asa. That time, they had thrown out my stepfather and my mother from their residence, where Jubilee House is. It was WO's quarters. And they moved them. So when I heard of it, I had saved $16,000. So I gave it to Azuma Nelson and his manager to come and make a deposit. And Mr. Assad did very well. He actually went around with my parents to look for a house for them. And the cost was $24,000 in 1988. So when he called me and said, "We have a place for your mother," I sent the $8,000 as well. So my first house in Ghana here was 1987. I was 27 years. Wow. So I'm sharing this with you to give you encouragement that sky is the limit. And whatever you dream of and take action with it, trust me, one day you'll be somebody. No, every individual here can be an entrepreneur. Nobody is born entrepreneur. It's never true. but it is an individual's vision, individual's ambition, individual's dream that will make you become an entrepreneur. So what should be your dream and your strategy? I'll give you five areas, and I've given it acronym called GOSPA. G stands for goals. O stands for objectives. S stands for strategy. P stands for planning. And A stands for activities. This should be a dream for any of the students here who wants to become an entrepreneur. Then I'll give you, before I come to the practical, let me give you or do a little academic exercise with you. You need, if you want to be an entrepreneur or entrepreneur, you should have certain qualities. And there are 7 qualities, which are: 1, vision; 2, courage; 3, integrity; 4, humility; 5, foresight; 6, focus; and 7, cooperation. Let me touch on each a little bit. Who has a vision? The one who has a vision is the one who foresees the future and how it becomes to him. But I'm saying that, look, I have a vision. My vision is my dream, that one day I want to own businesses, and how I'm going to get these businesses done. I have to look into the future. I have to look for opportunities, areas that are, empty, or you have vacuums. You fill those vacuums with your dreams. When we are able to do that and say that I was born and bred from a poor home, but I always made sure I turned around my negatives to be blessing. My negatives in life always gave me a challenge. When I fall, I say that I'm not going to fall again, and I'll rise up. This is how you have to psych your mind. The vision will come with a lot of challenges, but you need to be courageous. That's the second point, courageous. Who are those people who have the courage? The ones who have the courage are the ones who are ready to take risk. Risk. The future belongs to those who are ready to take risk. The future does not belong to those security seekers. Who are those who can take risk? I can see this room because I smell money all the time. I smell money all the time. And therefore, wherever I go, I look at the environment, the atmosphere, and say to myself, like Reverend said, the vacuum, and I filled the vacuum. You might not know your profit today, but you take advantage of the situation and invest in it, you are better off than the one who will always have money and go and put it in treasury bills. They are security seekers because they don't want to lose their money. They want a bank to manage what they have for them at an interest so that they'll be safe. Trust me. They will do well by taking care of their daily needs, but they cannot go up there because they are afraid to take risk. So those who take risk are going to be the entrepreneurs and will invite managers. There's difference between an entrepreneur and a manager. A manager is the one who puts management together to run the business. An entrepreneur is the one who has the creative mind and vision and courage to establish the business with all the risk involved. If you want to succeed, young men and women present here, it's not rocket science. You have to be honest in your dealings with people. If you are not honest, I took over a company and the new suppliers wanted to see the owner of the new company. They came to me. Before they got here, they had done a research about me, who I am and everything before they got here. After inspection and the meeting, we decided to go to lunch. And when we went to lunch, the lady asked me a question. Can you do me a favor? So, why not? Go ahead. And she said, a guy has duped her $70,000 and she's about to lose her job in Belgium because she trusted this young man in Ghana here and gave the raw materials to him on credit. After receiving it, he's giving excuses to him, to her, that she has not received those things. Meanwhile, they checked the bill of lading and those items have been cleared. What the young man refused to know is that it's a small world. They are all in petrochemical industries. So if you deceive one, the information goes to the second, the third, the fourth, and we are blocked. The moment you mention your company's name, they blacklisted you. 3 days ago, let me tell you, my son called me from Zanzibar or Tanzania and said, Daddy, you know what? You always advise us with this honesty, and I didn't get it. But you know what has happened? I bought 16 ADT machines for a gentleman. Cash, $7 million I paid and gave it to him. He said he has a contract in Chirano Mines. All the numbers he gave me, the first month he couldn't pay, gave an excuse. Second, third, it got to a point he was not paying at all. So I took my machines from him. He duped somebody in Liberia. He got into problem. Now he went to Tanzania and never thought to meet my son there. In a mining conference, he has gone to deceive people, entrepreneurs to come and invest. He's the biggest mining company, in terms of hiring equipment and all those things. Unfortunately for him, Dangote's partner, his son, is my son's best friend. And they were all there. So, in the meeting, he said, oh, we have one Ghanaian miner here. And you know, my son was born in America. He's worse than me. He got there and saw the guy's face in presence of all the businessmen. He told them to his face, oh, don't deal with this guy. He's a criminal. He took my father's machine and he never paid. He ran away. Case closed. Now he's lost all the businesses because of dishonesty. When he was duping me, he thought we would never meet again. We didn't meet in Ghana. It was in Tanzania. And my son destroyed his business by telling the truth. Now, when my son mentioned that, oh, my father has these mining equipment, oh, then arrange for us to meet him. There and there, they Google. They have information. Because of honesty, I don't even know them, but they are prepared to work with me. So integrity is very, very important. Humility. You have to be bold and decisive, but you have to be humble when you are dealing with people. Your workers, if you don't treat them well, forget it. I believe you invited me here because of personal experience and not that I'm a philosopher or a professor or anything. So permit me to share personal experiences with you. Okay? Humility. The company that I took over, I went there to inspect. And the sad part is that Ghanaians, when they are dealing with foreigners, excuse my language, Madam Medium Ferrin, the rest, they are my team members and professors. Ghanaians will tolerate nonsense from foreigners, but they will never tolerate anything a Ghanaian does. Why I'm saying that is that I visited their toilet and 335 Ghanaians working there. It was an eyesore. And right by their toilet, they have a canteen. Yes. And they bring, a lady comes out there, 12 to sell. And these workers. So when I saw it, I said, what? Is that the conditions you live in here as workers? The place is so hot. The ventilators are not working. I go into the factory, within 1 hour, I'll be sweating all over. I'll be sweating. And Ghanaians tolerated this. So I said, let's renovate the toilet, move the canteen away from here. They have a new canteen. They have a renovated toilet facilities. Then again, their salary. Can you imagine that today somebody works for 30 days and his salary is 547 Ghana cedis? You know, when I took over, the capacity, he needed, the workforce should be 335, but he was working around 200 people because most of the people had left because of salary and the way they treat them. I went through their books and gave instructions, double the salaries for all of them. Then I enticed them with number of hours. If you do more than 8 hours, you pay extra, but don't charge them anything. Let them take it home. And production has gone up. The last time, production and revenue went up by 27% because of the way I treat them when they. So humility. Then foresight. You need to have a dream. That's where the gospel comes in. Everybody here should have a dream that this is the way I want my life to be. And when you do that, you'll be an exceptional person among your colleagues. Because some are just complacent. The little they get, they are happy. You need to challenge yourself. Madam is here. Maybe it's the first time she has seen me, so I'm not able to speak well. Because I was from poor home, maybe I had the brains. As for economics, I'm good. At the Saudi College, we're only boys. So when we come back home, we have this vacation employment. Vacation classes. I don't know if it's still there. I know you are higher than that. My contribution in the class at West Africa, I was attracted to the beautiful girls. But they were always disappointed when they came to my house to visit. Yeah, they were disappointed. And so they all deserted me. I've had a couple of broken hearts. But I turned it around. And one of the ladies, I told her, one day I'll be somebody. This man. And I've challenged myself. One day I happened to meet her at the Heathrow Airport. And first class passengers, we went through first. And she was at the economy. And before the plane took off, she wanted to come to first class just to talk to me. And the flight attendants blocked her. They didn't allow her. So I saw a lot of colleagues or friends at the business class. So I can go anywhere. But even business class, you can't come to first class. So I went to business class and I was talking to friends. Then I saw somebody waving. And that was her. So I went there at the economy. And they said, oh, I wanted to come to first class, and I saw it. I said, Janet, do you read the Bible? Do you read the Bible? The story about Lazarus and the rich man. He wanted just a drop of water. But Lazarus told him where we are. Big difference. And I said, you know what? I thank you because you've challenged me. She came to Ghana. I gave her a car for her family. So always turn your negatives to be blessing by working hard. If you work hard, sky will be the limit. So young men and women here, look, you have to stay focused. You have to dream big and do things big. Don't waste your time here. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Some of you, when you see Miss Akwaba, that's how I see it. With a nice shoe. Maybe you are from a poor home like mine, but you want to keep up the Joneses because your friend is wearing an expensive clothes or bag. I'm afraid it's not going to help you. Save your money and savings. Through savings, you get capital, and through capital, you invest by taking the risk. And one day, you'll be more than Kennedy Agyapong. You have to stay focused. There are economic turmoils. You think or you dream that, oh, in the next 2 years, my company should grow to this level, my profit margin should be this, but natural disaster may happen, everything will happen, and you will not hit your target. You don't give up. You just have to stay focused. You know your dream. You know why you established the business. And trust me, it will bear fruits. Then cooperation. How you organize your business. The people in there, how you delegate powers, your managers. If you treat them well, trust me, you're going to succeed. So these are qualities, 7 qualities that you need for your business to thrive. I think time is not on our side, so I may not be able to go through the 7 determinants of business success, but I'll give the pointers to you at an appropriate time. Maybe you will have opportunity to me, because I want to address some of your issues here. First one is productivity. The 7 determinants of business success. Productivity, customer satisfaction is very, very important. Innovations is also very, very important. Quality of your products. Quality of your products is also very, very important. Organizational development. Building people. So all these areas. Now let's come to campus. Look, your president says something that touched my heart. As a nation, we don't know what we want, and our priorities are wrong. Completely. Our priorities are wrong, based on the statement the president made. Why do I say our priorities are wrong? Because special emphasis is not placed on technical education. I'm an employer, and I'm telling you, I have a plumber. In fact, I asked of him last week, and I said, oh, he's studying in America. You know, the way he's building his business. This plumber takes a contract from me, about 5 million Ghana cedis. So, million Ghana cedis. Minimum profit of 10% is what? Is 500,000. Divided by 12. Divided by 12. And you see how much he makes a month. Meanwhile, Net 2, television, or Ken City, it is only now that is going up. The director takes about 8,000, 9,000 home with tax. He has master's degree in sociology, in communication. But the plumber working for me with a contract of 5 million, I know they make more than 10%, but I want to be modest. He makes 500,000 from one contract that he took from me. And the sad part, VC, is that as I sit here or stand here, I'm looking for engineers, mechanical and electrical. And the sad part is, we went to India to recruit engineers to come and work in Ghana. When we went, they had a discussion with me and they said, the steel plant will take 1,000 workers a day with 24 hours, 12 hours 500, 12 hours 500. They need engineers and technicians, 300 to man, yes, to man the place. But the small factory that I produce the plastics, the Indians, the expatriates are 15. And the steel plant is about 15 times bigger than the platinum. So at the meeting, I told them, I'm not going to accept it. A Ghanaian, a politician, establishing my own business, and I don't have confidence in my own people. Hell no, I won't do it. My son agreed, my cousin agreed, my wife agreed. I said no, I will not. I will not allow 300 Indians to come and control 700 Ghanaians when a Ghanaian is paying. I won't do it. And 3 against 1 plus the Indians, so about 5 against 1. But of course, I'm the one paying. So I said no. So meet us halfway. Now they are coming in. I'm getting visas for 120 engineers to come from India. And the 180 will come from Ghana here. GC, I want you to bring some of your mechanical and electrical engineers. I don't know how they call it. In America, they call it internship. Yeah, let them come and train. And the good ones, I may employ them. So every year you come. I'm sharing this with you for you to know the importance of you sitting here. Don't be discouraged. You are the money makers. The pragmatic ones will always make more money than the tourists. That's why I'm so impressed with Reverend. I mean, giving details of it. I said to myself, why should I even be here? So believe in yourself that you can do it. You are going to establish your own business one day, but you have to start from here. My beautiful lady here said you have, you can come for loans and grants. See, if you are smart and you have the grant the first year, whatever money you have to save it. You have to save it. Then student loans. Sometimes, I don't want to give you bad advice. Even sometimes, the loan, you can make some money out of it and invest that somewhere. By the time you come out of college, in fact, a gentleman did not join us today, Approaches series. If you've heard of him, Approaches series. Yeah, he was in tech when he started writing those science books. And after tech, he employed his own mate, colleague from tech to be his manager. Why? Because he had a vision and he has creative mind. He thinks far. So be among those who have creative minds. Be among those who want to challenge themselves and say to themselves that sky is the limit. You can do it. If you look at the poor guy sitting here, standing before you, and the way you are paying attention to listen to what I'm saying, clap for yourself. So, President, I want to assure you that you've not gone wrong by choosing to be here on this campus or any of the technical institutions. You are the future of this country. If indeed we want to develop, it should be engineering, technology, IT. That is the way for Ghana to develop. So believe in yourself that you are the future of this country. Have confidence that you are also going to make it in life. Listening to all the speakers here, ask yourself, what have you learned from it? It is not anything big that you cannot do it, because sharing our background with Exim Bank, former Exim Bank CEO, Onukwade West, no Tom money. You know, the man told me. It means it's possible that one day, say to yourself, one day I'll be somebody. One day I'll be somebody. One day I'll be bigger than Agyapong. Then, inspire yourself. Don't give up. There'll be challenges, difficulties. But strike hard when the iron is hot. And remember what I said. The future belongs to the risk takers and not security seekers. So, ladies and gentlemen, the VC, I thank you very much for giving me opportunity. We need collaboration with this, all the technical schools. I think this Friday I'll be in Kumasi. And July I'll be in Kumasi again. For the July one is Apia Minka something. Yeah. You are the future of this country. And we want to collaborate. You are the first technical institutions to invite me. I want to challenge all of you here. I want young men and women with innovations. Whatever you develop here, if I see the future in your project, I will fully fund it. And VC, what I want you to do, in fact, when we had opportunity, you see, I see that VC is an academician. But VC, you have to smell money. You know why? You know why? Even in the church, when you go, the pastors, the bishops, they all put their problem before you, before they even allow you to go. So, when we were in the boardroom, I was expecting VC to tell me their challenges before we get here. I have some business partners in Dubai, and they always donate equipment to some of the African institutions. From here, I'll call them and tell them that I've identified a university that needs help. When they say yes, I will personally buy the ticket for you and one of your trusted students to go and inspect the equipment and whatever will help you. Again, TVET and COVID, Amstel, all those equipments, I can tell you, I supply them. So I know the Indians, I have them. Last week they were here to hassle me for the rest of their payments. You know, so all those, as I speak, I have an engineer installing all those equipment in the various schools. So as for technical education, if I'm the president of this country, you see. And VC, you know, I just live across. I'm at Movenpick, Villa number 12. I could have crossed to this side. But protocol was, hey, Honorable Agyapong is on the street. So I had to, you know. So let's have collaboration, and we see how best we can also promote technical institutions in this country. So all I'll say is, the organizers, I thank you very much for giving me opportunity. I thank all of you for coming, and VC, God bless all of you. Thank you. Hello. I know it costs to organize this program. So LSRC, I donate 20,000. Okay. I donate 20,000 to support your program. Thank you. Please, let's stand up. We are singing just this song. For now, after that, MC will take over. No, take it to 1 minute. So after that, you do the presentation. Okay, you thank me and do the presentation. Okay. We are not done. Yeah, that's the song. Other gods, they are the works of man. You are the Most High God. There is none like thee. All other gods, they are the works of man. You are the Most High God. There is none like thee. Jehovah, you are.
You are the most high. Jehovah, you are the most. Oh, Jehovah, you are the most. Ah, Jehovah, you are the most high God. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you can kindly take your seats now. Kindly take your seats.
Take your seat.
And we have spent quite some time over here. We will try. Jama guys, can I have some peace here? Can I have some peace? Can I have some peace? Respectfully, can I have some peace? All right, guys, we will take about some 2-3 questions, and then if there are no questions, we have some presentations to do. We'll quickly do so, and then we can call it a day. And so, Cassandra, are you around? Cassandra, if you're around, get a microphone. The first 3 people. So I have 3 hands up. They are over here. You can just get their questions quickly, and then we will take it off from there. Cassandra, quickly be on standby for me. Just 3 questions. I have the gentleman in black. I have the one in the African print here. And then this gentleman. Just the 3 people. Just the 3. Kindly hold on a second. I'll prompt you when to proceed to ask your question. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still reminding all of us that we are live on the 2 TV. We are live on Oman FM. We are live on Ash FM. And then NAP Radio. It's been a very successful event. And before we take our questions, can we have some peace? Can we have some peace? Can we have some peace? Before we take our questions, I would want to pose the very first question, if not a suggestion. So, Honorable, and then Mr. Vice Chancellor, say, talking about the technical fraternity, I personally think that there could be an add-on. I did a Bachelor of Technology in Marketing from Accra Technical University. And it appears that what we do, even as technical university students, is still the whole classroom work. So for a marketing student like me, I think it would have been best if I had some hand-on training where I was tasked to bring up an advertising program, practical one, build a marketing website, a marketing campaign as part of the school. I think that even in school, out of school, I would have something practical doing. Since we have the opportunity as Vice Chancellor, as a former Member of Parliament, I believe that if we channel this across and it's embedded into the curriculum, it will go a long way to helping rather than just the entire classroom period that we spend. I believe that this will go a long way to help. And Honorable, in July, Campus Star is taking the same event to Accra Technical University, and so it will be an honor if you have the time. If you have the time, it will be an honor to have you in Accra Technical University. Now let me pick the very first question, please.
Thank you. I think my question and suggestion is in line with what you just said. We've come to understand that education in Ghana is all about book, and there's no much practical work done. Yeah, I could say that a lot of us here are engineers for that matter, or studying mechanical engineering. But I know it's good for us to learn other things as engineering is compared to. But one thing we want to know is, or if it is possible, if VC can take this on for us. From class 1 up to SS, we'll be learning a lot of subjects. Some of us did a lot of things that are not in line with what we are even reading here today. For instance, I did science. When I completed, I saw spring roll. I did a lot of stuff before I came to school, just to only pursue my engineering career. As an engineering student, I'm reading a lot of courses. I know they are very beneficial.
So to your question,
to my question, it will be very good if from onset we are being channeled to become what we want to be. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an engineer, you go straight forward, and then you don't spend much time as Honorable rightly said, he needs engineers, but he has to go to India. Why? Because we believe, or he believes, we don't have the much skill for him to employ, for us to install equipment.
To the question.
So the question is, please, can our education system be transformed for us so it would help us? That's my humble suggestion.
Right. Okay, Honorable wants to answer that quickly.
I answer you simply. No, your question, with all due respect to you, in life, it has no relevance. Why? I did economics at Fordham University. I did philosophy, history, economics, maths, biology, psychology. And that time, I had a girlfriend in Lagos. I went to her dormitory and saw about 6 ladies who were studying. And I remember very well. One was doing economics, another doing psychology or offering psychology. Then my girlfriend was offering political science. And there was another lady offering theology. But because of different disciplines that I learned or read at Fordham University, these ladies that time had not traveled to America and they thought Agyapong was smart. It is not true. It is because of different disciplines. The long and short is, in America, Fordham University, you need 120 credits. Only 30 is your major. 15 is minor. The rest, you have to pass other disciplines before you get your degree. I know why it helps. If you come out of college as an engineer and you don't get a job as an engineer, it is knowledge that you have acquired in different areas. You can apply to whatever you learned in different disciplines. So it's very, very important. I have a problem with even the system of education here. I asked somebody who is doing or offering economics, and he said economics, statistics, and one other subject. No, it won't help you. I became knowledgeable because of that. I met professors at Lagos, and I was talking to them about Thomas Hobbes, all those political, whatever, philosophers, talked about Descartes in philosophy, talked about Sigmund Freud in psychology, but I was an economic student. And theology, sometimes I laugh at the young pastors that are coming. I know from Genesis to Revelation. So, different disciplines makes you knowledgeable. But your concentration will be on engineering. But other subjects, you need it in real life, even management. Let me give you one example. 2 weeks ago, I met some professors in tech. They came to me, and one is biological engineer. He has designed a lot of things, fertilizers and all those things, but he couldn't market it. So I was showing him what to do, and he pinched a PA student who was with him that I told you. So what he said was that, I'm proposing to the Vice Chancellor for you to come and lecture professors. I said, don't let me do school. How can I go and lecture professors? So young man, whatever you are doing, it will help you in future. It is not only the engineering, but other things that you learn will enable you think through a lot of things in terms of management and other things. So don't be only an engineer. If you be an engineer alone, you'll be a stooge, complete. So go ahead with what they should rather add more courses to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A quick one, please. The media team, no, not the JAMA, the media, they are looking for one of the microphones, a very small one, a very tiny microphone. If you happen, it is very small that if it falls down, you might not notice what exactly it is. And so kindly, if you've by chance seen that, kindly let me have it. Okay, kindly let me have it. Let me receive the second question.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. My question is in two folds, actually. The first one is, as a young man wanting to make a name for myself in the country, speaking from our honorable's view, if he was to lose everything today, how would he start up? What would he do? What are some things he would avoid? And the second thing is, when it comes to our Ghanaian population, food wastage is a big problem. We lose almost $64 to $600 million on food annually, and that's just a rough estimation. I and my people have taken up a project where we are going to help track food straight from the farmers to their homes to help us to reduce this food wastage. And we would like if we could get a funding on that project as well to help us. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. Let me quickly, Honorable, let me take the last question so that you answer both of them at a go. Right, thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Philosopher Dakon. I'm a medical laboratory scientist, studied medical lab science from 2019 to 2023. So, standing on existing protocols, my first question is about the Student Loan Trust Fund, supporting students who want to pursue postgraduate courses. Because at the tertiary level, we have undergraduate and postgraduate, but it's only focused on undergraduate courses. My second goes to, ATU has a club, tertiary hub for innovation and knowledge network. It's in most of the universities in Ghana. I would like Honorable to support us with equipment and funding. Currently, I am a member of the Medical Laboratory Professionals Workers Union, and we will be embarking on a strike due to the following reasons. Medical lab scientists who graduated from 2019 to 2025 are still at home, and over 30,000 are home. So I want Honorable to address this issue so that we don't want the nurses calling on strike, then the lab people going on strike, because people be affected.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And so, Honorable, please, you can do so, then the student loan, or she should go first. Right.
Thank you very much. A question was posed to Honorable about what he would do if he loses all his money today. And before he answers it, he emphasized the importance of network. I believe that if the unthinkable happened, it's unthinkable that it can happen, but then he's built enough network that even if he loses it all today, he can build it back up. And that is the importance of network and of forming strategic relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, the question directly posed to me was about our coverage. Right now, in the Students' Loan Trust Fund, we only provide financial support to tertiary students, and we provide the support to those pursuing diploma and degree programs. But as part of what we have been tasked to do, as part of a revamped Students' Loan Trust Fund, we have been asked to explore how we can extend that coverage, potentially to cover postgraduate students. It won't be overnight. It's going to be in increments. The 3 years preceding my taking over as the Chief Executive Officer of the Student Loan Trust Fund was characterized by some significant challenges. Enough that even students that we approved for loans were unable to give them funding. This year, I'm happy to say that we will be able to give loans to every student that has been approved, and for me, that's a start. In subsequent years, we would pilot the Student Loan Plus initiative, and then we will then hope that we can make financial resources available for postgraduate students. again, it will be a missed opportunity. The Student Loan Trust Fund details about 12 funding sources for us. Right now, we bank mostly on 3. One, Get Fund. Second, 1% communication service tax. And then the other is the repayment. Since everyone is asking Honorable for money today, the other funding sources say we can take money from philanthropists. So I'll be happy to get some money to support so we can extend coverage. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the gentleman who asks if you lose all your money today, what will happen? You know, the answer is simple. When you are into business, although you take risk, you should always make sure that you have reserves. You should have reserve. You don't put all the money in. Let's say you have 100 cedis profit. You can plow back about 60 into the business and save the 40. So if your business collapses, you can fall on your savings to start life again. But if you think you are making money and you take the risk and put everything in, if something goes wrong, you lose everything. Again, even if you lose everything, you still have to start. How you started to build the business. You don't have to give up in life than to go down and start from a lower level again and build it. I'll give you one example. In 1992, I was in Ghana here supporting MPP. I was a young man at the age of 32, making good money. When we lost the election, I stayed in Ghana for 8 months. When I went back to America, my landlord had taken my office. I was also going through divorce. I had one car. I still went back on the street. That is when I decided to go to university. I went to university at the age of 33. Okay? So I went back driving taxi and going to school in the evening. If you look at where I got to and my business collapsed with politics and everything, and I had to start life, I didn't give up. I started driving taxi again and going to university. And here we are today. So, and never think that in business, your business will flourish for the rest of your life. No. There will be bad days, bad months, bad year. If I tell you what I'm going through, you have no idea. Yesterday I was telling somebody, I was making $69,000 a month after taxes from co-stores that I rent. Today, I rent only one co-room, which is $28,000 a month. But I'm surviving. Why? Because I planned that I anticipated that such times could happen. That is why I'm surviving. So it's never going to be smooth. And because it's never going to be smooth, you should always cushion yourself by saving whatever revenue or income that you make. The gentleman here, to tell you the truth, if you want to go on strike, your strike will not bear fruit because the size of this country and the size of our health sector cannot accommodate 30,000 lab technicians. You are sending me a message, and the message is simple. That, you see, it answers the gentleman's question again. The one who said he wants to be an engineer. If we produce 100,000 engineers, and the economy cannot take 100,000 engineers, if you don't have knowledge about other areas, what will happen to you? This is the same situation he has. But because he has experience in other disciplines, what I'll tell you is, young man, if you are not getting job from health sector, my brother, I'm not insulting you. You can even start something small. Yes, anything that you do to keep you busy. And because of the knowledge you have acquired, if my mother is selling kenke and I decide to sell kenke, because of my level of education, I'll be able to improve on what she does or what she's doing. So don't stay home and wait for Ghana to employ all the lab technicians. I've gone around the hospitals in this country, and government cannot accommodate the youth. So whilst you are here, you can learn other things as well. My son gave somebody 2,000 cedis for plantain chips. And you have no idea how the guy has built the business. And don't think of your degree. If the degree is not bringing money, look elsewhere and do something. So I'll give you my number, and when you call me, I'll give you more ideas. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, long story short, innovate or die. You either innovate or you die. We are bringing the entire session to an end. We have gotten to the moment. We'll do some small presentations. We will start off with, please, hold on for me. We will start off with a presentation to Reverend Engineer Glam, and sincerely, even before some of the students came in to sit down, Reverend was already here. He came in, waited for us, and has sat through till the end of the session. We want to say we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Short notice, you still came. You've done this with us. We are glad you were able to inspire us. A little presentation to you, and would invite the executives of the Ghana National Union of Technical Students to do that. And so, Mr. President, with your entourage, you want to help us do this presentation. A round of applause for the President, please. Oh, put your hands together for the President. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The number you're calling is busy. Please try.
Thank you very much, Reverend Engineer. We'll do the next presentation, and that will be going to Doc for student loan. Doc, thank you. Thank you. I remember when we reached out to Doc, she had agreed to come even before she requested for a letter, and that shows how passionate she is even about students. Also, a round of applause for Doc. Thank you so much for doing this for us. Can we have the presence of Sadiq Abubakari and then Joshua Tete to help us do the presentation, please? Honorable Sadiq Abubakari and Honorable Joshua Tete, kindly help us do this presentation. Put your hands together for them even as they come. Put your hands together for them. Put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll do the next presentation, and we'll be giving that out to Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. By the way, there's a gentleman, Roxanne Obeng. He says I should tell you that he's watching you. Roxanne Obeng. Right. So, Honorable, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inspiring us. Thank you so much for the words that you have given to us. I have learned something. I have taken some notes. I want to believe that everybody here has also captured some things. And we pray that we will visit the other schools. If you have the time, you will join us to inspire the nation at large. And so thank you very much. Doing this presentation will be the Vice Chancellor together with the CEO of Campus Style and then the President, Ghana National Union of Technical Students. You want to join again to do this presentation to the Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong. I like that compare, so
Okay, and he said and PM Accra Technical University. School for and Honorable Ken Agyapong and in Pennyfobe and a Beshaha Omodi and Komo at the far. Summit, I'm friend Eminence Summit and Exhibition. And no Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition and Accra Technical University. And to say that Utieno, Honorable Ken Agyapong as keynote speaker, or no, and on this school for no to train Komo, and or then a life story, a church who said, yeah, or shall say his humble beginning, Ebedu Samrea, or no so Wababe, or the 4 entrepreneur, one pro nipa over 7,350 employees are on a book in Japan and on Accra Technical University students in Attraction and Como. Ama said the Jumediano at Sia Ewa Aha. Enti Osha Jumediano and Pompo and Sony in the Abana. They say the school for no Anna Oma Bejna Omo has a say. On my presentations, Ediama, Honorable Ken or Hene Agyapong. Now, to see them say, you're about to the end, and this and said the Jumadiano, a Koyana, said the Yuna, Yatiasiano. Now, my person, many and Crawford Bakumi, will be bidding Como. First, I'm about to train Como, a lawyer. Kweku Amodate, or a general manager, Emma City Media Limited. On one so Anna Osaye, the official spokesperson for Honorable Ken or Hene Agyapong. Lawyer, Agyapong Bedru, Accra Technical University, the Tech Eminence Exhibition and Summit, Yadinina Barrier. Honorable Ken Agyapong as the keynote speaker on a school for no Edin Komo. Impression for the whole program, let's say.
Yo, CP Albeso Menyasa Kwenye say I have been here from the beginning and till the end of the closing of the program. And then Odoba Kumbe Japan, the Kasa Ebuno, Oye Krana, I was saying actually, we say watch technical university students, you know, how they can be themselves through innovations, through technology, through inventions. Not only assistant woman bra, no matter be woman bra bomu, nobody about Mabusia, nobody about any Ghana mind, and the Honorable Ken, like always, you know, or you saw one in life as a case study, what he has gone through in life, and while on Yamia Fano every year for the Monfrance, everything they know. Honorable Ken are making the plane everywhere he goes, using his life as a case study, you know. Or they are practical example to the students. I'm and then no school for anymore. Obiani Aji, Etinelo program now very interesting, and I need Jama Obia. Etiakwe by the Australian answer if in the gospel, which is having a goal, having objectives, having a strategy, having a plan, and then having an activity in life. And with all this, that is the gospel. And we also have about the 7 principles: the integrity, with the humility, the cooperation, focus, foresight, and the account. What say is we are saying by number 1, I was also me. Number 2, I was also build a relationship with a Nipa. Now we are Juma crowd now. We the Nipa na here in the Pahom Brassier, Yamisro, and then to Wassier, and Bobra, Yamfendi bread, Yamfa Basa Basa, and Mobra, and Sajin Sakra. And today they can. I think Ochile Kumasi Technical Friday, Kumasi Technical University. And also here we come, and all of Baba, you said that they all here they say Ochile and Mobruno how to fish. He's not giving them fish. And on my woman nam, Ochile Koye Fasu Egu Asau, making them fishers of innovation, entrepreneurship, and productivity. That's it. Lawyer